Hey, it's Sick Boy from the Gaminganarchist Collective, and I am back, but wait, don't take my word for it. Wait until I actually start regularly making videos. Those of you who've been following me for a while and who talk to me know that I had a baby last May and end of May, and it's just been a roller coaster. I've had a busy career. My wife has been at home looking after the baby because she has internalized misogyny or something, and I've been spending every waking moment either with my family or with work or with trying to catch on with some goddamn sleep because I'm getting up at ridiculous o'clock every day. So making videos has been stuck on the back burner. I didn't want to burn myself out. I didn't want to jump in, too soon. I tried a couple of times and immediately just didn't felt right. So I took a time away and now I feel like I'm good. I feel like I'm ready to start again. Okay, so consider this essentially 2.0. I am ready to go, but wait and see before you are glad to see me back, because, just wait, because I may well just drop off the radar again. I don't want to, but let's wait and see if I actually get back into the habit of this. Right, so, first thing I'm going to have to deal with now I'm back, because basically I've been watching stuff, I've been commenting on Twitter, and watching the way things have been going, and it's just been fucking depressing. And I'm going to have to address the elephant in the room. I'm going to have to address Gamergate. And it's got to the point now where both sides are so deeply entrenched, there is so little middle ground between them. You have the people who oppose Gamergate, not the people who don't support Gamergate, the people who actively want to see it destroyed. Those people are just psychotically determined to destroy the lives of everybody involved because they're clearly all Nazi, misogynistic, evil monsters. And then you have people on the Gamergate side who refuse to give concessions on the grounds that trolls exist, and it's just got out of hand. Ultimately, my position is, and has always been, I think there are some deeply fundamental problems with the journalistic ethics in video gaming. There genuinely is, from an interest, if you're interested in the industry and you want your gaming media to actually be honest, to be reporting on what has merit rather than who's friends with who's been paying who, and ultimately that shit needs to stop. Also, the fact that there is such a slant in the majority of the media that they are also desperately adhering to one way of speaking, one side point. You have to make comments on gender roles, you have to make comments on whether something's racist or sexist. That seems to be the primary thing now with regards to video games journalism, and people are just sick of it. People are just sick of it. Not all people, but enough people are sick of it for the fact that gaming has been going on for so long now. I mean, it's coming up 7 months. That is long for internet drama. But I digress. I want to focus particularly on one prominent person of this whole debacle, and I just want to point out how fucked the internet community is, and how these things have spiraled out of control, and how messed up stuff is getting and why. And I'm going to have to focus on Brianna Wu. God help me, but thankfully I do have some wine. Right. Brianna Wu has made herself central to Gamergate, and some people will say she somewhat defines it. Brief history of time. She involved herself very early on by posting a meme mocking people involved in Gamergate. People then shitposted her, just shitposted the arse off her. And then there was a troll account that came up and called Death to Brianna and said some horrific shit. And on the back of that, she claimed that she had to leave her home, her and her husband had to flee their home, and that's where the whole media push of Gamergate occurred. That's why she became a central person. Unfortunately, she's just not quite as much of a media darling as Nita Sarkeesian, so she didn't get as much attention. But she was the person who really pushed it. Same as Nita Sarkeesian. She really wanted to be involved in Gamergate, even though she had nothing to do with it. She just inserted herself into it, as I mentioned in my previous video on the topic. But I digress. Watching how things have been going, now I have never spoken to Brianna Wu, I've never had an exchange with Brianna Wu, I have spoken about her because I've seen stuff that she said and I've just face-palmed just so epically. And she is clearly typical of what is wrong with what we're actually facing as gamers interested in the gaming industry and seeing these people and just going, you people are fucking mental, and not being entirely certain why, but looking at these sort of people, you can see why. She's a perfect example. And I'll give you 2 examples how she's fucked up, right? 3, actually. All linked. First off, she and her company pulled out of PAX East as if it were a big deal. To be honest, no one, in the grand scheme of things, nobody gives a shit of a port of an iOS game. I'm sure it has its fans, but ultimately for me, it's of no interest. The fact that it was getting some massive amounts of downvotes when it was being greenlit on Steam, it got greenlit on Steam. A lot of people just want to see it on, a lot of people supporting it on the grounds they were supporting her. To be honest, to me, the game looks like a piece of shit. I wouldn't be interested in playing it, but I have no problem with people who want to play it and are happy to pay and play for this game. I personally will not touch it with a barge pole. Thank you very much. But that's me. So she said she will not go to PAX East in March, which is in Boston, I think, which is where I believe she lives. Now, she said she won't go there because she cannot guarantee her safety and the safety of her staff. Now, this was reported far and wide in the news as this is what's wrong with gaming. Look, she's so afraid. She can't even go to a convention. And I really need to address the point that, for the fact, even if, okay, I'll take it at face value, that she said she's received something like 45 threats on Twitter, okay? I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, Brianna, you have. I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry that you take them so seriously, because clearly they're mostly bullshit to rattle your cage. You tie them and you accuse other people of being involved in it, when ultimately, whoever sent those tweets is responsible for those threats. Whoever it was, whoever wrote those words into and posted it, that person is responsible, nobody else. But to say I can't go there because I'm under risk. Now, I looked through and I found a feminist wiki on sexual violence in the tech industry. And it covers every minutiae. It covers rape jokes. It covers Donglegate. It covers every silly little thing that has occurred over the last sort of 30 years. So you'd think that they would really grab onto everything that's happened. I've seen a couple of cases of sexual assault, and that's appalling. Okay, I've seen those, a couple of things those exist. To claim that she can't be made safe because ultimately there was a special victims unit episode on TV that was inspired by the story that gamers kidnapped and raped a developer. On the back of that, it seems, she feels that she can't be safe in public, therefore she can't go. Therefore that is the fault of Gamergate, therefore gamers are dangerous, therefore there is a problem. Now there is a logical issue here. She, on the back of, she thinks she's not safe, therefore will not do it. I can't say, well, wait and see if someone tries to stab you, because then we know. Okay, I have no interest in someone getting hurt over anything petty. Okay, but at the same time, I cannot believe that anyone is actually trying to harm her. And the reason why is because that she posted a couple of months ago where she was going to be, at what time, at a public indie gaming situation. It was a game jam. She was at a game jam. She'd said when and where she was going to be there. If she was afraid of her life, she would not say that. She'd say when she went. She would tell the organisers, don't tell them I'm coming. I will say after the case, I'll do your photos, I'll meet you other people, but I will not say I'm going there ahead of time because I'm afraid of my own well-being. But no. So, of interest, did anyone turn up to that game jam and threaten you, Brianna? No, they didn't. Not a single person did. Is anyone going to come up to PAX East and fuck you up? I seriously, seriously doubt it. If they are, those people are criminal scumbags and they'll be dealt with by security. But oh ho ho, I'm afraid the plot thickens. After saying she's not going, she sent out a tweet that she's since deleted that I will include in the description field, where she literally says, any gamers going to PAX who would be willing to throw down if stuff happened. Hey? Anyone want to come along and hang around with me? We'll give you a badge. She offered them fucking badges. I presume they also get a lance and a helmet. And people were saying, and one person in particular came out and said, yeah, I'm 6'7" and 350 pounds, which translates as a fat fuck, let's be honest. And so I love to crack some GG skulls. So you want to assault people who are part of Gamergate? I assume he believes because he thinks they're all Nazi, racist, murdering women haters. Which is just ridiculous hyperbole. And it's madness. It's absolute madness. I replied to the guy and sent him a picture of my daughter and said, please, if you want to come and beat the shit out of me, I won't actually offer any resistance. My daughter can watch. And it appears that you have a daughter as well from your Twitter account. People were tweeting the guy and calling him a piece of shit, and he, lo and behold, deleted his Twitter and ran away. Now, I don't believe he's a troll account because I actually checked and found him on Facebook. I'm not going to give any details out for that. I found the guy. He has a family, he has children. He's a real human being. I believe he's not necessarily a bad person, but I do think he is a white knight who genuinely believes what he's told. And what he's told is she can't go out in public because she's not safe. Based on what? Based on what she thinks. So we have this woman going out and asking people to basically add as vigilante enforcers, when ultimately she should be saying, if I'm coming to PAX, I want security. Security are there. They're all over the place. If you go there in cosplay, they'll check your weapons can't be used as actual weapons. If people go in big swords and shit, they don't let people go with metal swords or knives. If they've got a big wooden sword or something, these security guards don't let people walk around with offensive weapons, and the security guards are on call. If she is a high-profile person, which she's not really in the industry a high-profile person, but if she makes enough of a squawk, people will come and look to her, but she would be as safe as anybody would be. And so anyway, she deleted that tweet. After people said, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're basically inciting violence here by saying anyone, basically, to tell people, anyone you see who you think might be a Gamergate person, assault them. What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody that I can name as part of Gamergate has ever threatened your safety. Now, I do not doubt that these tweets exist. I don't know who sent them. Could be anybody. Probably trolls. Probably third-party trolls. And I now move on to third-party trolls and how we can't take these people seriously. You just cannot take these people seriously. And the reason is this. Tonight, she tweeted out saying, oh my god, I've just been sent this. I can't believe it. PAX, are you aware that Gamergate are going to try and nerve gas your event? And sent some blacked out tweets. Now, again, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she took it at face value. Okay, and I'm going to explain why this is wrong right now. So she took these tweets at face value. But if you read them, pretty obviously, and I'll again include them in the description, you can see they were done by, I can guarantee he was a something awful troll. He was definitely a goon. I've, again, found the guys. Okay, so she didn't, the account wasn't there. The names were there. I found the account. I went there. It was back in October, this guy said that he was going to sarin gas PAX. Okay? And that he would work out, I'm just going to translate in case you don't understand, because I am actually a toxicologist by trade. He said he was going to sarin gas. He was going to work out the LD50, which is the concentration it takes to kill half people exposed to it. But the calculations were knocked off because of the people weighing over 350 pounds. Ironically, the only person I'm aware involved in this situation who's come up recently who weighs for 350 pounds was the White Knight who I just mentioned. But, the guy's a troll. You look at him, he's talking about hating gamers and gamers are scum, and back from early October. He's a fucking goon. He follows fucking something awful shit. He's definitely a fucking goon. If he's not, he's clearly a troll. So what does she do? She reports that, not only as what is obviously actually trolling Gamergate, saying I'm going to kill Gamergate, because he says about gassing and killing Gamergate, about gamers being scumbags. It's focusing on Gamergate. She takes it and claims it's about her and about threats to PAX. Okay? And immediately people looked at it and went, what the fuck are you talking about? Those threats aren't made to you. Those threats are made to us. You're bonkers. What did she do? She deleted the tweet after she shared it with 40,000 plus people, and then said, a lot of people shouting at me, I'm not going to deal with it. Well, I'm sorry, Brianna. But since Daddy's back making videos, Daddy has to say something. You have a responsibility. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have any hatred or real dislike. I don't like you. I don't think you're a very nice person. But I have no hatred for you. I have no animosity towards you. I don't want to see you harmed. I'd like you to just get the fuck out of my mentions. I would like to not see dumb shit you say get tweeted in my timeline. Now, that's not your fault, But it's your fault for saying the dumb shit, but everybody is watching you say dumb shit. And it seems to me that you have no interest in learning, you're interested in playing it so that you can become a victim. Now I have a problem with that. And the reason I have a problem with that is I firmly believe in female empowerment. And I cannot fucking stand the sort of feminist that makes women afraid of things. Now, particularly, I've always been that way, but particularly now I have a little daughter. I don't want her growing up to be afraid. I want her to grow up to be strong and to be confident. To know when she's safe and when she's unsafe. To know how to look after herself as best she can. To know how to seek safety as and when she has, as anybody does. I'm not suggesting that as a man I'm immune to danger. It's ridiculous. Men are equal, you know, like they are open to different kinds of violence. Granted, men are less likely to be raped. Men are more likely to be murdered or assaulted. I know when to look after myself. I know how. My gender has no bearing on that, nor will it be with my daughter. My daughter will choose to be as masculine, as feminine, as gender fluid as she fucking well pleases, and I will support and love her for that. But she will never be a victim and she will never be weak. I will not allow her to be that person. If she's anything like her mother, she won't be. She'll be a strong, confident, independent woman. And I will not allow her to have that seed put in her by people like you. You people are toxic to women's self-esteem. You genuinely are. You're going to tell them how terrible and how afraid they are. And then what happens when you do something and you fuck up like that? You don't say, oh my God, do you know what? This appears to be a troll post. I retract it. You know, everybody please, and reply. Hell, even reply to all the people who retweeted and say, look, disregard that. That's not real. Because the thing is, in the words of, I think it's Terry Pratchett said, that a lie can run away around the world before the truth has got his shoes on. The fact is your retraction, your deletion doesn't matter. It's out in the open now. Some people are going to erroneously believe that someone involved in Gamergate is going to sarin gas, nerve gas packs your mania, your victim complex, and your fear. If you are truly afraid, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that you are. You have let your fear get to the point where it's actually harmful. But the fact that it's harmful to others, it puts others at risk. You have brought into question the safety of a perfectly safe event. What has happened at PAX? I can tell you what's happened at PAX. The only bad things that have happened at PAX is a Dick Wolves joke. That is the worst thing, as far as I'm aware, has happened at PAX. That the creators of Penny Arcade said they wished that they referenced that they wished they'd have stuck with Dick Wolves. He brought up people like you said you never go to PAX again. You know, there seems to be an undercurrent there. There seems to be a real problem. You can't have consistency, and you can't have this kind of behaviour. The gaming industry doesn't need this kind of bullshit drama. And the likes of Ben Kuchera coming out and saying, I will not be a cheerleader for the industry, I will tell the truth. But Ben, you're lying. Brianna, you're either delusional or lying. There's one of the two. You cannot be telling the truth because what you are saying is not real. Special Victims Unit, Law and Order Special Victims Unit was not real. The hacker from Red Chan, it's known as Acid Rain, does not exist. Nobody goes up to people and says, go home, gamer girl. Nobody levels up in the bathroom by sexually assaulting booth girls. It doesn't happen. These things don't happen. Are there problems at cons? Are there problems with guys being maybe a bit touchy at cons, taking photos without asking? Yeah, I'd say there is. Is it a big problem? No, not really. Could a bit of awareness help young, foolish, horny boys from not grabbing the arse of somebody dressed as Chun-Li? Yeah, that would probably be a good thing. Do women need to be scared out of the industry because of freaks like you? They don't. They fucking don't. Make your game for the little niche audience you've got. You do not represent the new gamer. You do not represent the avant-garde. What you represent is just fear culture and ignorance. And frankly, I would like it if you just shut the fuck up and worked on your game. Port your game, sell it to the people who want to buy it. Good for you. Okay? I don't care. I don't care. I didn't care until literally I felt like I was dragged into your little toxic circle. Because I didn't give a shit about you. until all of a sudden I was being spoken of by association, only to find that you'd already blocked me. Me and thousands others, who they'll just think you're a dick. I don't think anyone genuinely wishes you any harm. They just wish you'd fuck off out of the limelight. Now, unfortunately, this video and comments about you, it does give a certain degree of fuel to the fire. And we're at the point now where you've built a critical mass. Your persona has got to this point, and ultimately there are two things we can do. We can shut up and let you just fling shit until you run out of energy, or we put out enough information to just sit you the fuck down. And I'm hoping that we can sit you the fuck down before you cause harm to yourself or others. Because I think you're a danger. I think you're a danger to women. I think you're a danger to yourself. And I think you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Genuinely. It's just fucking ridiculous. And everybody who is like you in your little clique that you're forming, they're all just fucking toxic. The lot of you. And I hate the phrase toxic because it sounds so goddamn tumblery. But I have to say that you're all fucking poison, you people. Step the fuck back, have your opinions, don't be an arsehole. And don't believe that anyone who doesn't share your opinion, I'm seeing, for fuck's sake, lefty feminists be called far right-wing Nazis because they think you're full of shit. Well, I'm sorry. You and everyone like you are full of shit, and they need to fuck off, okay? Don't wish any harm to come to you, but I would very much like it if you just fucked off, ran your business, made your money, and I wish you every success in the world. I hope your game finds its audience and you make good money. I wish no harm comes to you. However, get the fuck out of this attention-seeking bullshit cycle because it's just childish, and you are a grown woman. For Christ's sake, you're a few years off 40. Grow up. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Catch you guys later.